My reaction, guys, to the big fight this evening. Dave Allen, the White Rhino, has a sensational win for him. A 5th round knockout of the Romford Bull, the Raging Bull, Johnny Fisher. It was, in some ways, it was that where it all came unstuck for Fisher in the first fight was the 5th round, and it happens again tonight. And in the 5th round, he gets caught, he gets hurt, he gets dropped, he gets up, but then he gets laid out. And Allen, to his credit, was very good tonight, boxed really well, very calm, very composed, used that experience that he's got. And when you talk about experience, I know some listeners at home might be thinking, what are you talking about, George, when you talk about experience? I'm talking about his calmness in the ring, his calmness and his composure, his faith in the process. And that is the experience that Allen showed tonight. The fact that he's not winning them first few rounds, not on my card. And even though Fisher didn't start particularly great, he looked a little bit tight. It did take him a couple of rounds to get into his groove. But by the 3rd and 4th round, I thought Fisher was doing well, doing a lot better than he did in the first fight. All of a sudden now, the body punches that I said in the first fight were great, but they were a little bit tight and wide. Now they were looser and he was shooting narrow. When Allen came forward, he'd shoot up through the middle. And he was starting to have some success in that 3rd and 4th round, in my opinion. But Allen, again, he's calm, you know. He will just keep creeping in. So let me see if I can get them angles again. Let's have a look, get down there, look. I'm creeping in. Ah, it's not the angle, mate. Creeping in. I'll have to give you another one later one day. Basically, your feet come together, yeah? Your feet come together. So rather than you step with your left and follow with the right, where your feet get wider, this is him creeping in, where he's right foot, back foot, front foot. Weights back, hands covered. He wants to get into range, right? And he knows if he sees something that he can throw, like, for example, a big whippy right hand's going to come over the top, it's going to have Fisher anxious, if anything. He doesn't want anything to go through. Fisher's still kind of fresh and green at times. He doesn't get hit well. And from someone like me, or what can I say, I never particularly did that great at getting hit. But there are fighters out there who, you know, they see the shots, they ride the shots, and Allen, as I said in the video earlier, like video from this morning, video from yesterday, whenever you caught up with him, you can hit him with body shots, you can hit him with headshots. Sometimes, unless they actually go through and you catch him and wind him, he has tough skin. He just, like them tough old lads, those tough boys, they just take the whacks and they don't show a lot on their face and they just keep coming. And that's what Allen did tonight. And in that 5th round, Fisher made the mistake. Again, for me, the bit that sets it all off, and he sort of took this out of his game, right? Where he'd stopped measuring with that left hand, right? That left hand comes out and stays out. Now, guys can do this, right? Fighters out there, young fighters. If you're going to be that guy, hold your hand out and keep it out, then you need to sit in the legs, yeah? You need to sit in the legs. And you can't really catch this in the camera, but just know that my head's the top of the door frame. No, it's not, yeah? I'm in the legs. Why am I doing that? Because then I know my head's not going to come high, chin's not going to come high, and I'm a much harder target to crack one on. So you're there, one. Yeah, I heard it, crack one on. I think that's okay. I think I'll get away with that. That's all right. So the start of where it all goes wrong for Fisher in that 5th round, he leaves that hand out there just for that split second too long. The chin's slightly high, and Allen wings. He catches him. It shows on Fisher's face. Like, he's just that guy, that sort of fighter. He can't hide it. It's just the way he is. It's plain on his face. He's been caught. He's bothered by this shot. Allen then starts to press. Again, just nice and comfortable. He's coming in off that back leg, creeping him, front leg, front leg, front leg. Hands are high, posturing, slightly loose. Like when something comes at Allen, like a big jab to the body, he'll just make a big dynamic dynamic-esque defensive move, yeah? If something comes to the head, he'll block it, he'll slip it, he'll dip it. It's just there. But it's never panic, because he's just thinking about creeping in at this point. He's just thinking about creeping in. And if more than one shot comes at him, he has to catch him. Whichever defensive way he does that, it will be from what he's grown up drilling in the gym. Defensive moves that each fighter has, and he has that composure, that experience again to do that. Sometimes one does the hook go through, and Fischer did crack him a couple of times in the 3rd and 4th round, but it doesn't show, so Fischer can't build from it. Obviously, he's in a physical fight, it's a 10 round, he doesn't want to try and empty the tank. You know, I said in the video from earlier on yesterday that his corner, the Tibbs father and son team, no doubt they're going to be screaming at him, not yet, Johnny, not yet, Johnny. Because Dave Allen, you think you've got him? You ain't. You don't waste energy, and you definitely don't waste punches. You don't miss with a guy like that, because he's cute, clever, and calm when he's in the pocket and when he's punching, you know. But Fischer, I thought, was better on the inside this time round. That said, the two things that did let him down was that left hand and the fact that he switches off for a split second. He switches off throughout the bout, and that comes with experience, you know. That comes with experience where you drill yourself as a fighter to stay switched on. It's all well and good getting yourself physically ready for a fight, but you need to get yourself mentally ready for a fight. And that's not just G'd up and on it. That is, right, can I hold focus and concentration for an entire bout? You know, I remember the first time I had to do that over a championship distance wasn't until I boxed James DeGale. You know, I'm way into my career at that point. In the big scheme of things, had a 75 amateur fights, you know, boxed all around the world as an amateur, loads of experience, but the fact of staying switched on, making no mistakes, it's a really tough thing to do. Johnny Fischer ain't quite there yet. And someone like Dave Allen, who does no doubt switch on and off throughout a fight, his style of fighting, it doesn't tell. It doesn't show as much. The finishing combination after Johnny's already hit the floor, where he's buzzed, he goes down, he's disorientated, he gets up, there's only, I think, 6 seconds in the round left when referee Marcus McDonough says, okay, back to work. And he puts together an exquisite combination where he comes with the right, the left hook comes to the body, and then he just whips that left hook round to the head. And it's over. The towel comes flying in, the bell's ringing, but the fight is over. Fortunately, Johnny doesn't land on his head. He lands, maybe rugby experience or maybe just a bit of luck. He lands, he goes down face first, but his head doesn't crunch off the floor, which is really good news. And he seemed okay after. I mean, I started this video pretty soon after the fight, and he doesn't, you know, you're not going to see fighters doing a whole bunch of interviews right now, but he had his oxygen in the ring, and we hope that he's okay. So Dave Allen, the White Rhino, gets the best win of his career, and it's got to be one of the best performances of his career. He boxed really well against a Johnny Fischer who was certainly up for the occasion, had tried to make the changes, make the adjustments, and bring the best he could possibly be tonight. But Dave Allen found a home for them shots in the 5th round, caught Fischer and put it to bed. So a fantastic display, fantastic performance from him. He says that he wants a homecoming now. He wants a fight from where he's from in Doncaster or even somewhere close like Sheffield, and I think he truly deserves it. He says his level is this level. He's at this level, is it domestic level, whatever it may be. He wins some, he loses some, but he's always competitive and he is always entertaining. This is where he's at his comfort zone, and when he's at this zone, he performs really well. He will be a really good gatekeeper for any heavyweights who want to come through and then hope to have dreams and aspirations to get to the top. Just one more thing. As they say in old American detective shows, right, is you never return to the scene of the crime. A British trainer said that to me recently, talking about a fight that his fight is involved with in a rematch where something went on or another. Maybe you can even guess who it is. I'm not going to name them because it's a great line. I'm waiting for them to use it. But maybe tonight, Johnny Fisher returned to the scene of the crime when he shouldn't have, and it's backfired against him. But Johnny, I hope you're doing well, mate. I hope you get back in the right frame of mind, mate. You're a tremendous talent. We wish you well. Go back to the drawing board. We all suffer defeats. Sometimes it takes us 4 attempts to win a world title. Look at that up on the board there, look. Is it zoomed in on my little face? Johnny, we hope you're all right, mate. Thank you to our sponsors, Coin Poker. Tune in for the next bit of George Groves Boxing Club action. I don't know when it's coming, but it'll be coming real soon. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I probably said that about 3 seconds ago.